Yeah.
Better laugh.
Yeah,
well done, John Hamm. That was pretty good.
Well
Not
done.
bad delivery. Excellent execution, awareness for the room, and the storylines from the 2025 season. All in all, sounded like it was success. But you were on the stage.
I was
you were
there.
the representative for us up there.
I did it.
What was it like?
Oh, it was sick. I mean, it was so cool. First of all, I got to present an award to DJ Moore for beating the Packers for the best moment of the year.
Let's go.
That was amazing. But, I mean, it was fantastic. I loved the show. I love the show. I don't want to compare it to another sports show that they do awards at, but this one was tight.
This one was
tight. It was smooth.
I would say this is much better than the ESPYs. I'll just say it. That's the way to get it out there. I kind of work for ESPN now, don't I, Jamie? That's fair. I don't know. I had a question about your thing.
What do you got?
So Seth announces play of the year, and it's DJ walk-off against the Packers.
Yeah.
Did you find it interesting that Caleb Williams was not there and is not here?
I found it sad. I was sad.
Yeah.
I had my Iceman pose ready to go.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, see that.
Practicing in the mirror.
Caleb. You know what I felt bad about it? I didn't know Caleb wasn't there. I didn't know they were going to win either. So I just swiped the thing, and there he is. Yes, I kind of thought maybe that's why I'm there. You know.
Nice.
But at the end of the day, I was like, I didn't know if he was going to be there or not. So my regret is I really emphasized the Iceman, Caleb Williams, throwing the pass to DJ Moore. You know, I didn't give DJ his flowers. I did because I was so just off the top fired up, and I didn't know. So I was like, oh man, I wish I had given DJ. DJ, you are the man. I should have given you all your flowers.
Oh, well,
not everybody makes that catch, baby.
Good thing we had that opportunity now for you to catch up on the back end. Willie, awesome to see you.
I know. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
You guys have been rocking and rolling. I've been watching. Good job, gang.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Also, Willie, Super Bowl week, he brings out an accessory. Hold it up.
Oh, I'm sorry. This thing? I'm sorry. This old thing? It's a little statement piece.
Just a statement
You like the
piece.
fit?
I like the fit.
Okay.
It all works.
I appreciate you.
Willie, look out, though. Usually you're across the country, and I'm just introducing you. I got to get your attention just by saying, like, Willie. Now you're right here on my left side, man. Just like, Willie?
Yeah.
Willie?
You're swinging.
Are you a hitter?
Same, bro.
I didn't know.
No, she is, bro.
Yeah.
She is.
She's strong.
I'm always on her left, so thank you.
Me and KB have boundaries when we're together. He stays on this side. We don't. And
Jamie will make contact.
Okay.
I've spoken to HR about it.
It's this when I laugh. Like you are like my wingman here.
It's all right. It's the splash zone. This is Jamie's zone. I'm with it.
And then nothing surprises me less than you saying you have boundaries with Kyle Brandt. All right, let's check in one last time this week with our team of reporters who have been fantastic down near the stadium in Santa Clara, where the teams are staying. It's where they're practicing, guys. They're all spread out throughout the Bay Area. Stacey Dale's all over the Patriots beat this week, and of course, Stacey Dale's with the Seahawks. But Jane Slater, I'll start with the New England Patriots and the fact that I'm sure in some conference room in the Patriots team hotel last night, they did a slow clap for their coach of the year, newly minted in Mike Vrabel. What do you have with the latest on Vrabel?
Listen, Jamie, what a life this man has led. He has been to 4 Super Bowls as a player, won 3. He has now got a Super Bowl berth in his first year with the organization that he was drafted by, and then last night his second Coach of the Year award. You know, when you talk to people about Mike Vrabel, they will tell you how much he cares, but I found myself going, it's Super Bowl in Vegas, and upon learning the news, Vrabel sent that text within hours of the news, and then he followed up 2 days later. We have relationships in this league, but that was real, and when players talk about Vrabel, their experiences are the same.
Braves drafted me, extended me in Tennessee. Obviously, I'm here in New England because of him. So as far as my career, I mean, like I said, I'm extremely grateful for everything he's done for me in my career, but then also off the field. He means a lot to me and my family, so absolutely.
Coach Vrabel's the man. He's been the same since day one when we met him. He coaches us hard, expects a lot out of us, and as he says, he treats us the way we treat the team. I think it's been the coolest thing. He cares about us off the field. He expects a lot of us on the field, but at the same time, he's the same person each and every day, and we love him for it.
He was a dog. You know, he kind of instills that if you already don't got it, you know what I'm saying? I think all the reasons that's different, but coaching at the end of the day, just buying into his process.
Now, as kind as he is, he can also be pretty demanding, guys. Thursday's practice left a lot to be desired, especially when we talk about the red zone. Like, he's really into making sure that his guys are ready for situational football. Those 2-minute drills in the red zone, he says they've got to clean it up. It's one thing to have mistakes, but you can't have one mistake after another after another. Maye, a full participant in practice, and here's some good news. Linebacker Robert Spillane, who has that left ankle injury, told me this week he's 100% certain that he is is going to be on the field on Sunday. Although a team source told me, look, we still got to test it out. We got to see how he's doing. He tells me he's running and cutting. Yesterday, he went from did not practice to limited on the injury report, so he is progressing. And as he told me this week, he's checking boxes and he's right on time. Speaking of right on time, let's send this one over to Stacey Dales, who's got the Seahawks side of the story.
Yeah, hey, Jane, congratulations to Mike Vrabel for his Coach of the Year award. By the way, another full participant in practice yesterday for the Seahawks. Their quarterback, Sam Darnold, for the first time since the oblique injury back on January the 15th. That is great news. Another award recipient last night, of course, was the Offensive Player of the Year. None other than Jackson Smith-Njigba. He took home 272 total votes, 14 first-place votes. He had 49 more total votes than Christian McCaffrey, who was second, the runner-up. And he's been nothing actually learning new things from Jackson Smith-Njigba. As he told me, quote, new ways to think about the receiver position. And he talked to me about how, as a receiver, you're taught to always stay at one level in your route. And at that same time, your hips have a tendency to sink. Well, that's not the case with JSN. He said he's always at that one level. And the uniqueness of it is his feet are so low to the ground. He compared him almost to a slalom skier on the slopes in terms of how well Jackson Smith-Njigba runs those routes. So really cool stuff there as we get ready for Super Bowl Sunday, Jamie, and we're excited. It's Friday. There's no availability here at the convention center. We are wrapped up with that stuff. It's all game planning and strategy now.
Stacey, it's way too easy to make that slalom skiing reference with the Olympics starting as soon as it is. And Jane, thank you very much for sharing that story as personally as you did. It's an incredible parallel to draw for the head coach, Mike Vrabel, and to your point about the relationships around the league and how important they are. Now, as those ladies mentioned, no media availability today. The players and coaches met yesterday, final time on Thursday before Super Bowl 60. Kyle, the copy still says big game. Super Bowl. I get to say it.
We can say Super Bowl
60.
It's not like at the grocery store. You don't have to say the big game.
Yes, exactly. Sam Darnold spoke about what? Say it again.
The big game.
Yeah!
Super Bowl.
No, Super Bowl, Super Bowl.
Take me away.
Sam Darnold spoke about what this week leading up to the Super Bowl has meant to him.
There were quite a few players that shared the consensus that it kind of feels like training camp again. Like we're all here in the hotel. We're able to just hang out and spend a bunch of time together, where I feel like during the course of a normal week, that doesn't necessarily happen. Yeah, you know, we're hanging out with each other in the locker room from whenever 6:30 in the morning to 6 at night. But to be able to actually, like, you know, eat snack together, like little things like that, you know, you don't get to do during the course of a season. So it's great to be with the guys again, busing to the practice facility, spending time in that locker room, busing back. So it's just, I think enjoying this moment is such a key for myself, but a lot of guys in that locker room, I know they feel the same way.
Yeah. All right, let's keep this simple. Gentlemen, Willie, you go first.
Let's
fill in the blank. Seahawks will win Super Bowl 60 if...
They can run the ball. Kenneth Walker in this rushing attack has to be the difference. You know, Mike Vrabel's been telling his squad, if we can't stop the run, we cooked, right? And that's because the Seahawks lead the league in rush attempts. And on top of that, when you have an efficient run game, you shorten the game, you protect the quarterback, you stay back in and go to work, get that run game going. If they're able to do that, man, they're going to be big time.
Well, I'm not a real big golfer, but we have 5 people at this table. So if this is a par 5, you got us off the tee. I'm going to just keep us on the fairway,
baby. I thought you were going to say one person has to get out of our cart.
No. I'm just going to try to keep us on the fairway.
That's how you can hit the green from here, though, if you rip it.
Or I could hit the water. Either one. But I'm going to build off what Willie said. I don't think a lot of people are giving the Patriots their due when it comes to stopping the run. When you talk about Christian Barmore, Kyrus Tonga, and Milton Williams in the middle, it's going to be a lot tougher for them to run the ball, the Seattle Seahawks. However, my take on this, the Seattle Seahawks will win if they simply don't turn the ball over in their own side of the field. If you don't turn the ball over on your side of the 50, you will win this game. Do not put the Patriots on a short field.
You have the choice, bro. Pull out the 8-iron there.
Let's go. Go.
Do you go for the eagle or do you set Kyle up for the birdie?
Oh, man. I mean, I got so many takes right now.
Dude, let's do it all.
I'm thinking about everything.
Do it all. Get them all out.
Well, Willie's talking about the run game, but I'm thinking we have DJ Bijan, right? He was a DJ last night.
Oh, right.
He did good, too.
Honors game. We had him on the other day, and he was talking about, because he played against both these teams.
Yes.
And we said, who was more difficult? He said he had a better game against the Seahawks.
Yeah, he did.
And he mentioned that interior line of New England is the reason why he couldn't get going against New England. So, I mean, Bijan, nothing against Kenneth Walker. Bijan that man is
the truth.
He's the one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He is the one. So I'm saying I hope Kenneth Walker can get going, but it might come down to Sam Darnold having to throw the ball.
Yep.
And if you look at the games that Seattle won this season, and they won a lot of them, Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet, they were great. They only had 3 games with 100-yard rushers. Only 3. So, Sam Darnold was chunking the ball, right? He was throwing the ball down the field. He was using these weapons. He was using Njigba. He was using Cooper Kupp. He was throwing the ball for 300+. He was slinging it, and he did turn the ball over a lot. So I'm kind of jumping on runs.
Yeah.
If they can just get ahead on down and distance, and they can just chip away, get the thing done, get a lead. If they get a lead, it's done.
Yeah.
It's done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. I'm jumping on you guys. I know I didn't have any super hot takes.
No, heck no.
So I am going to give it to you.
We can be your caddy, bro. It's all good.
Take us home.
Feel kind of precarious, though, saying, like, hey, Sam, we'll win as long as you don't mess up.
Yes.
They telling Drake Maye the same thing, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like Sam's team around him is more weapons, a little deeper.
Yeah.
I just, you didn't ever play in this game or someone like me. How could you possibly identify with the players? I think I have found a way to identify with the players in the sense that now that we are Friday before the game, holy crap, can we just play this game? Can we get it? Oh, let's start. Can we flex this into tomorrow?
Yes.
Like, the players must get so stir crazy. Don't you feel stir crazy right now? Like, I have said the name Sam Darnold more in the last 5 days than I have in the last 8 years.
Yeah.
I've said the name Sam Darnold more than I've said my wife's name in the last 8 years. I cannot believe how much we're talking about Sam Darnold, and it's like, for the love of God, let's just get this thing on. Let's find out. Is Sam Darnold going to throw 2 picks, or is he not? Because I think we all feel like if he throws a couple of picks, the Seahawks are likely they're going to lose. And if he plays a clean game, I don't think this Patriots team can beat him. I think it's that easy. My answer to the question, Jamie, would be, I think the Seahawks are going to win unless Matthew Stafford starts for the Patriots. And I don't think that's going to happen. He said last night he's coming back. I think he'll start for the Rams.
Yeah.
But if you watch the Seahawks defense against Stafford, like, they got pretty much nothing. They're not very good.
Yes.
But against everybody else, they're incredible.
Yes.
Yeah. I went on Seahawks radio yesterday, like 100 yards over that way, Salk and Heward, and I was like, they're like, turn on the Purdy tape. Turn on all these guys against the Seahawks. They got nothing. I was like, turn on the Stafford tape. They're like, Drake Maye ain't Stafford. I'm like, that's a fair point. Stafford lights them up, and everybody else has nothing.
Yeah.
So I think Stafford is not starting for the Patriots. I don't know how that could be possible, Mansai, but if he does, I think the Seahawks are screwed.
I think it goes back to our conversation yesterday, KB, when you talked about Drake Maye's dream stat line, right? 16 for, 28?
I got to admit, the dream stat line for Drake Maye is 16 for 23, 161 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks.
No picks.
And then that's a Super Bowl. Yes. It's like a bowl of oatmeal. It's dry as hell. There's no sugar, no berries.
It fills your belly?
But you got a Super Bowl ring in there.
Yeah, gets you to lunch.
That's it.
And my response to that was, if Sam Darnold had that exact same stat line, the Seattle Seahawks will win that game. It will be a blowout. If Sam Darnold has at least 1 touchdown, if that 1 is in the touchdown category and not in the interception category, the Seattle Seahawks will win.
Well, we haven't seen you all week. I'm picking up the body language over
What
there.
up, though?
Here's my interpretation. I got this. All right, so I'm going to try to be I think you're giving like a little Seahawks anti-vibe, a little bit.
No, I'm pro Seahawks. No, I'm down.
Your body is not.
Are you anti anything?
I'm always going to be anti-Patriots because they've rocked my career. No, I think for me, I think when it comes down to what the Seahawks do well is they're able to stop the run with a light box, right? You understand?
Right.
They don't drop in that extra nickel. They say, hey man, we got our front 4, we got this front 7. They're going to go to work, and so that allows them to cover on the back end. And when you talk about Big Cat Leonard Williams in this group, there's been so much talk about these 2 nose tackles, Barmore and Willis. They've been hearing about them all week. You don't think they're a little have thought, like, no, we got a really good defensive line, too. I know the Patriots defense has had this resurgence, and they've been doing really well during the playoffs, but this Seahawks defense has been consistent all year. They didn't just show up in the playoffs. They've been kicking butt all year. So I just feel I have a lot of confidence in the defense. I know what the run game does for the offense, and I just believe, Sam, you talked about him being spotty, if you will. Like, I go back to that Week 16 game against the Rams when they're shootout. He threw some picks in that game. You know what he also did? He won that game. You know, he came out on the other side. He persevered. So if you was to ask me who do I trust more between the two quarterbacks in a hostile situation with the game on the line, the city's on your back, I'm going Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold 100%, because I've seen through this year him persevere. Drake Maye's been easy money. And then when he goes into the playoffs, he plays, 3 out of the top 5 defense. We've seen him shell up. And he hasn't been efficient in the red zone. So I'm going with the journeyman, man. I just like his demeanor, I like his poise, and I like the fact that he's always ready to
Seth,
win.
who do you trust in a big spot, Drewski or Tracy Morgan?
Okay. A little later in the show.
I like the
You're just leading with that right hand as you make that point. You're like,
I'm sorry.
Super Bowl ring, and there's a Super Bowl ring, and there's a Super Bowl ring. It's a great accessory. You look great. A little later in the show, it was good clarification on why you're pro Seahawks. Amanda had a front row seat for the Myles Garrett record.